Mike Tyson says Errol Spence should take a tune-up before the Terence Crawford rematch. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red Sports. Let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, recently, Iron Mike Tyson, the former heavyweight champion of the world, gave an interview and he spoke about the Terence Crawford Errol Spence rematch, what he feels like Errol Spence should do before the rematch. I wanted to give my 10 nickels for anybody listening.
Well, not immediately, but then you get another fight. Let's get another fight, warm-up fight, 1 or 2, and then go back.
Alright, y'all. So, what did Iron Mike actually have to say about the Errol Spence Terence Crawford rematch? Well, first of all, he said that he feels like Errol Spence should take the rematch. He said there was no reason for him not to. But Iron Mike said he feels like he should take a tune-up before the rematch. And, you know, when you think about it, I understand what Mike Tyson is saying. You know, whenever you get beat, you always want to make sure that everything's working correctly before you get back in there with the guy who beat you.
I'm barbecuing the AC. What it like? You gotta work smarter, not harder, my guy.
The problem is, you know, with the Errol Spence Terence Crawford situation is almost like the Mayweather-Pacquiao situation. It took way too long for the first fight to happen, and now it's a situation they don't really have the time to be doing in-between fights. You know, they're either going to have to go at each other, you know, straight at it, or they're going to have to just leave it alone.
I'm going through it right now. Get on IG, my baby mama on there shaking her mother ass. Long people calling, mama calling, homeboy calling, talking about they need some money. Go ahead, my motherfucking mama. That's who got it. I ain't got no money. I'm under pressure.
No, just like the Mayweather-Pacquiao situation, there was never a rematch. And I think if they would have had a rematch, it would have been a different outcome. Now, everybody feels the way that they feel. Well, Floyd Mayweather's just the best, blase. But, you know, I think if Manny Pacquiao was able to get his shoulder surgery, you know, get back in there, give him a year, give him 6 months or whatever, I think he would have came back and actually demolished Floyd Mayweather. And I think Floyd Mayweather knew that, and it's the reason he never gave him a rematch.
Sesame Street? Yeah, what is that?
You gotta go up the block, make a left. And then when you go back around, you gonna see 1, 2, 3 right at the corner.
You know, the problem with the Errol Spence situation is this. We all know Errol Spence can barely make 147. He can make 147, but he don't like making 147. It's very difficult for him. So the problem would be, who do you actually fight? And when can you get those fights? And is it worth it to make 147 multiple times, you know, when you're not even trying to campaign there no more? So I think that that's the situation for Errol Spence. I think he's going straight into this because, number one, he has no time to make, you know, a tune-up fight in between. Number two, is it worth it for him to make 147 multiple times? And number three, if he's leaving the division anyway, he might as well just get it over with. Fight Terence Crawford, win or lose. And if you win, then you'll most likely move the trilogy to 154. It won't be at 147.
If it don't feel right, pause. I don't care how much money it is. If I have to compromise, pause. You know, if that person accuses me of things daily, pause. All money is not good money. So as soon as any values or morals or if there's any compromise of integrity, pause. Then you gotta go.
Now, we don't even know where this fight's happening at as far as the rematch yet. So, you know, I would hate to say that he needs a tune-up for 147 and then they end up having to fight at 154, or, you know, that he needs some type of tune-up and the fight doesn't even happen what we think is going to happen at. So I don't think he needs a tune-up. I don't think, if you haven't been doing tune-up fights before your fights all this time, like he's known for not taking a tune-up. He had the car accident situation, came back, didn't take a tune-up. Had the eye situation, came back, didn't take a tune-up. Beat the crap out of guys. So if you haven't needed a tune-up all this time and you were able to get yourself into fight-ready shape and be spectacular during those fights, I don't think you should mess with the formula. Now, some people would say, well, Terence Crawford's a different type of fighter. He's the best fighter out there. Blase. He beat the crap out of Errol Spence. Blase. He needs a tune-up because of that.
So obviously he's very flat-footed, heavy inside the ring. He literally walks like he has quicksand on his feet. But I think that if he throws those big bombs during the rounds, his arms will come down, eventually maybe stop him.
I just don't think so. I don't think a tune-up is really necessary. I think that Errol Spence is good enough of a talent to where if he can make the weight correctly and not do the things that he had to do the first time to make the weight. Now, there were other stuff that went on during the camp that I think adversely affected the outcome of that fight, but he's never publicly come out and said it, so we're not even going to go there. But we do know the one thing Errol Spence had to struggle with was to make weight, and that could very well be the reason that he lost. You know, the other stuff could be a reason too, could have had a factor, but we don't know what that is, so let's just leave it alone. Now, there are people speculating about snacks and all this stuff, but I don't think that that was as big of a factor as people want to make it out to be.
Victor Conte right now, we talking about Victor Conte and the snack program.
Now, you know, to end it off, when it comes to the rematch, what's going to be different? You know, I think Errol Spence just being better prepared would be enough to give a better showing. Now, whether he beats Terence Crawford or not, that's a different question. I just want to see a better showing. You know, I want to see Errol Spence be 25% of himself, 50% of himself. If we can't get the 100% that, you know, we need for him to win the fight at 147, then give me at least half of that because of the weight or whatever. I want to at least see half of that. And, you know, what's very interesting about this rematch is I just saw some numbers for the original fight, and they said that they did 55 million in sales on pay-per-view, and they cleared 20 million in sales at the live gate. So the fight did almost $100 million, which is very good for any fight. So, you know, the rematch has the potential to do at least half of that. If they did, you know, 15 million at the gate and they did 25 million off pay-per-view, still would be a huge success for those guys, and they still would make a lot of money. Now, the problem is Terence Crawford's pushing for more money, and I'm not sure if he's going to get that. Maybe it's a stall tactic. Who knows? They were supposed to both get 20 million for the rematch, the same way that they got 20 million for the original fight. So it is what it is at this point. I'm hoping that we get this rematch. Supposed to be set for December the 30th of this year, so I'm hoping that that goes off without a hitch.
Hey, what up? It's your boy Blue Ray. You know what I'm saying? Blue Ray Fitness. Shout out to my boy, my brother Errol Spence, man. Listen, at the end of the day, he did what he did. He's a champion. He's made it in a space that a lot of people in the world will never make. He rose to a level in boxing that a lot of people have never made ever in their boxing career. I don't know his financials, but I believe that the man is well off and that he can provide for his children and his family like never before. So at the end of the day, the man did his job, period. Now we know Muhammad Ali, other great fighters have lost fights and came back with a vengeance. And in today's era, people act like you cannot lose a fight and come back and be great. This new era, you know, they feel like if you lose at all, you're just not good anymore. I don't know where they got that from.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. That like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, but you're more than likely to get a response on the tube, so holler at me over there. If you want to collab or feature a product or your channel on my channel, feel free to hit my Gmail, because it is a flock of cards at gmail.com. And we are
I came up, Louisville, West End, nigga, 22nd Street today. And ain't nobody really paved the way. So I'm out here struggling, trying to make my way. I see lax, bourbons, nigga, knocks watch. At the same time I'm smoking on a talk stop. I'm thinking of his ways to get my bread in, but now it's a dead end, and plus I got dead friends. and my people just got out of that pen. Yeah, I should've wrote him, but you know how that is. Niggas see me rolling, cops pull me over and they mad it ain't stolen. Money be folding. You know I'm trying to rescue my nieces and my nephews, put them in a prep school. I suggest you approach respectful. I'm all about them big checks, dude. Niggas outside, they slangin' that rock. Chicks on the side, they slangin' that. Nigga like me, you make it see. Chick making money every night. Everybody gotta get paid. Everybody gotta get paid. Everybody gotta get paid. I can't hate you, dog. You should crack your dog. I came up 45th Street, West End, Louisville, back in the day. And I seen a few niggas that they use them up. And I seen a bunch of niggas cause I moved a bunch. I seen fiends, gangsters, niggas bout they bread. Nigga try and hustle and they turn up dead. And a nigga see me rolling, think I'm about that money cause he see my teeth golden. I ain't got no dope in. You know I'm trying to bless you. My flow is special and plus I rap too. And it ain't just downtown Westport, nigga hustle on this round. Niggas outside, they slangin' that rock. Chicks on the side, they slangin' that. Nigga like me, they make it see. Chick making money every night. I said everybody gotta get paid. I said everybody gotta get paid. I said everybody gotta get paid. I can't hate you, dog. Hey, yo, I'm coming up. You might see me in the ATL in a couple of days. And I ain't at the underground. I'm somewhere off I-20 and I'm puffing a pound. That boy young, Keys, he about his business. Representing spotless to the day that he spend it. And a nigga see me rolling, trying to hate because he see what I'm holding. I'm the one she chose, man. I ain't disrespect you, don't make me check you. The car won't wreck, dude. Even though I'm gone off the brown, plus I'm on my way downtown, blazing the pound. Gray Lincoln Town car cruising. The back of that bitch, that's Lewis Keys. Nigga, I'm about that cheese. You can do what you do, but you ain't fucking with me. That nigga sauce, one, laid the beat, and plus I'm off, one. Crazy weed, and when you see a nigga rolling, that's why my eyes be low and swollen.